where I witnessed firsthand the cooperation between the governments of NATO and their industries. This is a national security imperative. In order for us to maintain our place in the world, we must maintain our industrial competitiveness, and that means we must have robust supply bases and parts manufacturing. We've let our ingenuity and investments in industry fail before, only to be picked up by foreign competitors, and then we pay the price through reimportation. It is dangerous to rely on their industries and not on ours. We must focus on maintaining a strong, advanced technology domestic industry, and we are in a good position. In fact, we're in the lead with respect to hydrogen fuel cells. This is an energy issue involving national energy security. It involves sustainability that couple the capabilities of fuel cells with biofuels, hybrids, photovoltaic, wind. This is an entire portfolio. It is not one over the other, but the synergy of all of those technologies. And we cannot rely on foreign countries to power America. We must embrace domestic energy technologies for both the reliability and the sustainability of the future. If we're going to be a world leader with strong domestic economy and not relying on foreign countries both for technology loans and for foreign loans as we are today, we have to move forward in partnerships with industry. We risk maintaining and repeating mistakes of the past. In the late 1990s and the early 2000s, the United States Advanced Battery Consortium worked on battery research and development. Today, that battery technology has been commercialized, and it is a market dominated by both Japanese and Korean manufacturing giants, not American. From the early 1990s, the Department of Energy and General Motors have developed a U.S. fuel cell program into what is today a global leadership position. Today, catching up quickly, there are announced programs from Germany and Japan, China and Korea, with huge investments to commercialize hydrogen fuel cell vehicles by 2015, and this will push the United States to a number 3 or worse position. I think this sounds all too familiar. Madam Speaker, I'd like to refer to a series of charts to help us visually understand some of the challenges, the risks, and the benefits that we face today. Back in 1968, we had the Electrovan. It was completely filled with fuel cells and hydrogen tanks, and it was done in a van of that size because this technology at that time could not be miniaturized. It was so large, it required the entire interior volume of a van. In 1997, the first Department of Energy and General Motors fuel stack, not yet packageable for a vehicle, became an industrial reality. In 2007, a complete hydrogen fuel stack system was packaged into a Chevrolet Equinox, and over 100 of these vehicles, matched in their capabilities, were built and deployed all over the United States. They're all now on the road being built, being driven by your neighbors and friends in test and pilot programs, and have accumulated over 1 million road miles of research and development. In the very near future and in the research and development centers today, I have seen them with my own eyes, is the Generation 2 system. It's being ready for 2015, half the size of its predecessor with increased performance, and it will be both not only lighter and smaller, but it will be progressively even smaller to fit into more styles of vehicles. This, frankly, in this short a period of time, is incredible technology progress. From the humble roots of this technology and a van full of equipment to today's Equinox fuel cells and beyond, the U.S. is the country that has advanced automotive hydrogen fuel cell technology. Us, Americans, right here in the United States. The Department of Energy Research and Development Program, developed in partnership with domestic automobile manufacturers, was one of the best thought out, most fully vested, periodically reviewed programs the Department of Energy has ever deployed. And the DOE invested to help advance this technology quickly towards production. And it set difficult technical goals to measure the progress of that program. The auto companies met or exceeded every single technology milestone placed before them. These included the size and weight of hydrogen fuel cell technology, as both of those shrank significantly. The technology was cold weather tested, and I cannot tell you, coming from upstate New York, how critical that is. It proved to be extremely versatile under multiple different environments. It was also done while improving durability, and current hydrogen fuel cell vehicles increased a mileage capability that before was unheard of. Right now, achieving some 800,000 miles, let me rephrase that, some 80,000 miles of lifetime between hydrogen fuel cell changeouts, and the first commercial vehicles available in 2015 will have 125,000 mile durability capability between changing. That was unheard of just 10 years ago. In the United States, billions and billions of dollars have been invested in government and private partnership to make hydrogen fuel cell vehicle technology a reality. The Department of Energy alone invested $2.3 billion in vehicle-related research and development, and General Motors, from their own coffers, invested $1.5 billion to place this company and this country at the forefront of hydrogen fuel cell research and development. Remember the goal. The billions and billions of gallons of gasoline we burn every year that will someday no longer be needed. Hundreds of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles are currently on the road. Many major automotive companies have fleets. Preeminent among them, General Motors, but catching up quickly, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, and Daimler. These are not some laboratory curiosity. Several automobile companies now loan or lease their vehicles to people just like you and me that take them home, park them in their garage, get up and take them to work the next morning. I know. Because on my very first day as a member of the United States Congress, just some 10 months ago, on a very cold January morning, I fired up a hydrogen fuel cell Equinox and drove it and its companion vehicle to the steps of the United States Capitol to demonstrate that this technology is no longer a laboratory miracle, but is on the cusp of commercial development and deployment. So we've come a long way. And the question now is, should we continue with this technology? Is this technology essential? Madam Speaker, let me turn to the next slide if I might. I'd like to talk for a moment about energy and technology options. Energy security and the ability to reach emission gas reductions is critical. On this slide we see in green, blue, and yellow a library of our energy source portfolios. Oil in its conventional, oil in its non-conventional formats, biomass, natural gas, and coal, renewables of many kinds, and nuclear. That's about what we have where we can go shopping for today's energy sources. In the center is the type of fuel that those energies provide. From a liquid fuel, and we know that to be diesel, gasoline, to a gaseous fuel which have special uses in niche markets like agriculture, propane, natural gas compressed, electric vehicles, and hydrogen. And then we can talk about propulsion systems. Today we have conventional internal combustion engines. We have internal combustion hybrids. That would be what we call and have come to be known as the Prius. Plug-in hybrids, next generation. Range extended electric vehicles. We'll see those soon in a product called the Volt. Battery electric vehicles that have been around for quite a while are in use in many different ranges, and fuel cell hydrogen electric vehicles. This is the menu that we can choose from. And it's absolutely critical that we maintain the broadest menu possible. So how do we avoid potential conflicts, unexpected shortages, foreign countries that will hold us hostage to a particular kind of energy, whether it be oil or nuclear fuel? How do we strive to move forward? We maintain a full menu of choices.